Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another amazing episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. I am your host, that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always positive, life is great, 592, living in the 718, no cap, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is actually a guy who's making a return. And I swear, every time we have him on this show, he's doing big things like it's nobody's business. You might want to mind your business though, because he has a tag team partner that doesn't play to shut people down. But everybody, welcome to the show, Nightmare Factory Class 2 graduate, one half of the Bulletproof Diamonds, and CEO of Lux Jewelers. That's right. If you want that diamond drip, that platinum swag, hit this man up, and he'll make it happen like a captain for you. Everybody, welcome to the show, the Diamond Sheik.
Hey, thank you. Remy, you trying to be on the payroll? Trying to follow me around and introduce me everywhere I go?
Hey, nothing wrong with a hype man, bro. Nothing
Hey,
wrong with a hype.
excellent
It,
job, man.
it worked for Public Enemy back in the day, Flavor Flav. So hey,
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hey, I gotta tell you, man. Hey, but no cap, I'm very proud of all the accomplishments you've been having since the last time we spoke. I'm very proud of you, man. Like you, every time I see you, it's like, boom, now he's doing this. I'm like, yo. So for those of y'all that don't know, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of backstory because some of y'all that are watching, you don't know the backstory. So how far back should I give him? Should I go back to like Scooby or should I go back to like
I think we have to mention Scooby if we're gonna get up to the 15 minutes of fandom. We have to.
so for those of you that know, we have 15 minutes of fandom, which is our segment that's dedicated to interviewing our fellow wrestling fans and so on. So I was watching AEW one time and I saw this one guy that was wearing a Scooby Doo outfit. I thought it was cool. People weren't saying bad things necessarily, but they were saying, "Oh, there's a guy with a Scooby Doo outfit. The guy with the Scooby Doo outfit is having a great time." And da 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 da. But how my mind works is like, I want to know what that guy's story is. He's not harming anybody. He's not harming himself. He's having a good time. So I want to talk to that guy. I thought I would have to go through leaps and bounds, but he said yes, he'll come on the show. He was easy to contact, so we had him on the show. Turns out he has two other brothers that are wrestling fans. We haven't been able to get the other one yet. We're still working on that. We're going to get him on. If you could put in a word for us.
Sure.
But the other
he's a busy guy. He's the CFO of Lux Jewelers. So, but I'll put in a word.
Yeah. So, but the other one is our guest tonight. And hold on, we're gonna get there. Now, we had him on the show, and next thing you know, he's like, I'm training. He says he's gonna be going to the Nightmare Factory to train. I'm like, yeah, awesome. That's cool, bro. All the best. Sending good vibes and whatnot. Whenever you graduate, there'll be a nice main guest spot on the show. Because I can tell you right now, there's 15 minutes of fandom, and then there's the main guest spot where we have your picture with that OMG dark blue and light blue yin yang sign with the blue fins around it, right above saying yes, this guy is the guest of honor, the man of the hour or woman of the hour. That's our main guest for tonight. And next thing you know, he sends us a video, a nice little montage of him training, doing the body slams and whatnot, like a boss. And we're like, awesome, let us know. We're amped to get you on there. And then fast forward a couple weeks after, the Nightmare Factory Class 2 graduates, and there's a whole picture of everybody there. And let me tell you, Nightmare Factory Class 2 ain't no slouch, because guess who else came from there? Julia Hart. Yes, we also have MMA star and actual real life bodyguard, the bodyguard, Austin Green, who is also the other half of the Bulletproof Diamonds from that class. And I'm going to give a shout out to Austin Green. I'm going to tell you right now, if I ever go in the club and I get in trouble and I got to get thrown out, I'm just going to throw myself out, man, because I'm not trying to have Austin.
You're not trying to have those problems. No, sir.
I'm good. I'll just throw myself out, man. But they've had him and many other impressive people that are doing great things like Angelica Risk, Karma Dean, etc., etc. And every time we've talked to this guy, you know, he's been doing bigger things and bigger things and bigger. I got to say, Diamond Sheik, we here at Ringside Society are very proud of you, and you always have our support, man. Definitely, we're very glad for you, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes I have to pinch myself and remind myself it's only been a year. You know, it's been 1 year, and I think I've done a lot. I've accomplished a lot within a year, but it's only the beginning. You know, the path is still going, and going strong, and I'm going to try to pursue it as much as I can and dedicate as much as I can to it. Um, but sometimes it's on the outside it might look like it's all just victories and accomplishments, but sometimes there are setbacks, and it helps to remind yourself, like, hey, you've been doing this for 1 year. You stepped into training January 4th and 2021, and now we just passed January 4th, 2022. So it's been a year, and I've done a lot, and I'm really happy with how far I've come.
Yeah, man. I mean, I could tell you, I think you've gone far because I mean, you debuted on AEW Dark, and you debuted on AEW Dynamite too. Because for those of y'all that don't remember, there was a segment where Cody came out with several of his students, and the Diamond Sheik was actually one of them who was behind Cody, and he also debuted on AEW Dark with the bodyguard Austin Green as well too. And another fun fact, you see that nice little sparkly diamond ring that MJF was wearing, the Dynamite diamond ring, that actually crafted that diamond ring. And y'all know that diamond ring looks good. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Hit him up for that diamond drip, that platinum swag, and he's going to make it happen. It's going to cost you, but he's going to make you look like $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And actually,
anything worth it isn't cheap, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And actually, my tag team partner Rob is actually here right now. Oh man, let's get him in here real quick.
Rob, what's up, buddy?
Hey man, what's happening, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you again.
I know, man. It's a pleasure, man.
I was
Ladies
my
and
bad.
gentlemen,
Your poster.
Yeah, man. Hey, my bad. I was late, man. I had to work on that, that 3 count and all that stuff, man. Class ran a little late.
Right. How's ref training going?
Oh, pretty good, man. We were doing the thing tonight, man. Got a good sweat in. After this, I definitely got to hop in the shower. Whew.
You getting nice and flat on those counts all the way down?
Oh yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got my wind up. Whew.
I did a little ref training myself, so I know it's not easy. It's definitely not an easy thing. You got to stay out the way but be in the way at the same time. It's hard. It's difficult.
Yeah, I got to prepare for a War Games type match next on the 29th or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be pretty fun. I'm kind of excited to do that. That and the Iron Man match.
Okay. What promotion is that for?
1CW. They're with CCW. We do it with CCW.
Okay, yeah, you guys had the CCW Marcello on earlier, right?
Yeah. I had to miss it, man. Yeah, because I was on the way to do my thing.
Hey, Rob, so you got more connects to 1CW than I do. I'm just like the guy that promotes their, I'm just the guy that's in charge. That's pretty much the leader of the podcast that promotes their shows. But do me a favor, ask Sean Hardy, ask Sean Carlson if they like money, right? They say yes, then this man over here and TSF are 3 people. And I can't forget the bodyguard. The bodyguard, Austin Green. These are 4 people from an accredited wrestling school that are money. So they definitely need to have them on that show. So definitely tell them that. Hey, Sean, Sean, and Sean Carlson's big money. So I know he likes money. I'm just saying, bro.
I know. Yeah, I'll say something, man. I'll say that next time I see something.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm the worldwide star boy, and if a sugar mama asks me if I want to go with her on a trip to Dubai, I'm gonna go. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't get a sugar mama. I pay for my own flights. But I'm just saying though, but yeah, But hey, I gotta ask you, Diamond Sheik, yo, how has the last year been for you, man? I'm still amazed at how far you've come. Like, how far you've like went from graduate to now the guy. So Kathy was asking, how did the dynamite diamond ring come about? How did getting the opportunity to craft a piece of AEW history come about?
I think it was a case of being at the right place at the right time, which, as you know, most like great stories are. It's just the person's in the right place at the right time with the right people. But we were doing our dark tapings, which happened in Orlando. So if you ever want to check out a really, really good wrestling show and you're in Universal Studios or City Walk, we do it once a month in Orlando for AEW, and we do the dark tapings, and we do them all day long. And you can come and check out, either the first half of the day or the second half of the day. But it's really good wrestling. If you haven't been to a wrestling show lately, definitely go to a live wrestling show. I highly recommend it. There's no other, type of entertainment like it. But I was backstage, and one of the promos that was cut was Leo Rush was cutting a promo where Dante Martin and Team Taz were in the ring, and they were talking about the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. And it hit me that this is coming up. And I'm like, I was in a position where I could talk to Cody, who's my coach, really easily. And I said, Cody, like, do you guys have a ring? And he's like, as of now, we are just planning on reusing that ring because we haven't been in touch with anybody. And I said, are you kidding me? I'm right here. I can totally do this. And he's like, you can do this in 2 weeks. And I was like, for you, I can do it in 10 days. So right away, started before I even got the green light, started making the design, started fabricating the ring. So he took it up the flagpole, took it to Tony, and we got to AEW's legal team, and they came up with a contract, and everything sounded good to me. So we signed on the line and got the green light, but the ring was already in production. They didn't know that. I was just doing it. So that's how it came about. And when it came to like making the ring, I wanted to give it a lot of validity. I wanted to give that specific championship a lot of prestige. So I used, real diamonds, nice diamonds, VS1 clarity, e-color. I use real gold, Italian gold. So everybody's like, oh, it's a prop ring, or it's just a, whatever, a fake, a replica, a gimmick. No, it's the real deal. And if you go to my Instagram, you can see me testing it. And I test the diamonds, the real diamonds. So everybody's like, there's no way MJF is going to wear that. There's no way he's going to punch people with that. Yeah, he will. Diamonds are the hardest material on earth. He will. I'd rather him punch with diamonds than with fake diamonds that could crack and break. These diamonds, ain't nothing happening to them. Something's going to happen to someone's jaw, but definitely not the diamonds in the ring.
Wow, that's cool, man. That you told Cody that you can get it done in 10 days, and the fact that you used and tested real diamonds, that's pretty awesome, man. And folks, you heard it here at Ringside Society. That was not a prop ring. So you heard it from the people that one of the people that actually made it. So yeah, that was good work, man. Like I'm glad you had that opportunity and so on. And also, you and the bodyguard Austin Green are officially a tag team. You guys are called the Bulletproof Diamonds.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
So have you guys been wrestling a lot, like out of state, or just in Georgia?
Me and Austin are very particular about bookings we take, just because he also is his real career is that he's a bodyguard. His real career is that he's an MMA cage fighter. He's also training to be a movie stuntman, so he's getting into that as well. So we're very careful about the bookings we take, because there's a lot of promotions that are trying to start up, and they may not have the funds that what it takes to book me and Austin, and we like to keep our fee a certain way just for our respect and our sake, because we did go to what I consider to be the Harvard of wrestling schools. So if you're going to book our talent, you're going to book two guys that were trained completely the right way and know their way around a ring and know how to work. Then you have to pay the fee for that. So, and I'm no stranger to that. People that book me for work, and they come to me and they're like, "Oh, can you do it cheaper?" I'd rather not make jewelry for you. if I got to do it cheaper? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point here? We're making art. You know, there's a price for that.
Why? I don't. I just don't get. People pay. Don't. You can't try to bargain some. I wouldn't even do it with my friends. I don't. I'm sorry, but that just gets me. It's like somebody's rate is somebody's rate. Either you take it or you don't.
Yeah, and
Seriously.
I get so many people coming up like, oh, this jeweler says he'll do it for that much. It's like, oh, well, I got other clients that'll pay more than you too. So, we can all go to other people. I'm perfectly fine with that.
I'm this kind of person like this. Even if, let's say, me and Rob, we're pretty cool with each other. If Rob had a business and Rob said it's such and such and such, okay, I'll pay it. Or I'll just say thank you for your time, and that's it. Thank you for responding, and that's it. I'm sorry, man. I don't got time to barter with to beat
Oh,
nobody's price.
100%. 100%. And not only is it that, it's also like we have to support each other, as a community. And I'm a firm believer in that. I have a good client of mine that walked into my store. His name is James Keith. He has a line of hats called Keith and James. And when he came into my store, he was looking for a Cuban chain. He ended up buying one from me. And he ended up opening a boutique on Rodeo Drive. And I had the opportunity to be in LA at the time. And I went on Rodeo Drive into his boutique, and he was willing to give me one of his hats. And I said, no, don't do that. I said, did I give you a Cuban when you came to buy a Cuban? No, I'll buy the hats. And he's like, oh, they're like $500, $600 each. I was like, I'll take two. I'll take two to support you, because that's what we need to do for each other. It's not, if you go to Walmart and you ask for a discount, Walmart's not going to give you a discount. Why should we do that to each other? That doesn't make any sense to me. So always support each other, and karma will always come and, pay you off. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I always think about my friends, like for example, when I was coming back from Japan, when I was stationed over Japan, I came back, and like one of my closest friends, he was doing Uber and Lyft. And what I did was I actually checked the Uber app and found out how much it was to get from the airport to home. And I was like, okay. So I called him up. I'm like, hey, I got this price for you. Didn't even expect. Now, granted, me and this guy, we grew up. This is like from like teens to grown men. Like, we grew up together. Pretty much went to the same high school. He came over to my family for many family gatherings, Thanksgiving, etc. And I was like, hey, I'll pay you. Just come. I could have asked him to pick me up. I was like, nah. Because what went through my mind was, you have a family to feed. You have bills to pay. I'm not going to be that friend that's going to freeload on you. That's not me. So I gave him that money, and I kept it moving. I had that business mindset like that. So,
100%. 100%. Yeah.
That's just how I am. Grown folk behavior. But yeah, man. But I'm definitely glad that you're that you got that opportunity and so on. And Bulletproof Diamonds, I hope you guys get to go more, get to branch out more, like across the country, if not all over the world and so on. I think that, and if you guys get to go to Japan, man, I don't know if you've been to Japan already. If you get to go.
Fantastic. I've actually never been to Japan before.
Yeah, man. I definitely hope you get that chance as well too. And but I tell you, Austin, every time I see Austin, I don't know if you watch Bollywood movies, but one of my most favorite movies, I don't know if you know these, is a show called is a movie called I forgot, it was Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan. I don't know if you know who those guys are.
Come on, everyone knows who Shah Rukh Khan is.
Karan Arjun. That was the one. And
Okay.
that was the first Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan movie that I saw. It was an action movie.
Yeah.
And I saw this guy Shah Rukh Khan was actually talking to Kajol, who was another actress. Big actress. Yeah, you know Kajol.
Oh yeah. I know everybody that you're speaking of. So
Oh,
My
so,
parents
yeah,
watched Bollywood movies as I was growing up, so I was always around them.
you lived a good life. What's your favorite one? My favorite is Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
I actually like this one. It's not a very popular one, but it's called Dilse. It's like
Oh,
you
Shah Rukh
don't
Khan and Dada
yeah,
Chaya Chaya Chaya
yeah.
Chaya. Dude, that's what, yo, that was my jam back in the day, man.
Yeah, man. Not a lot of people know about that one. So
Shah Rukh Khan and don't tell me, no, it wasn't Urmila Matondkar. Manisha Koirala.
yep, you got
I
it.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was when he was dancing on the train and whatnot. That was,
Yep.
yeah. But Karan Arjun, Shah Rukh Khan's character, Shah Rukh Khan was talking to Kajol, and I guess she had a bodyguard that didn't like it. And the dude looked mean and everything. Every time I see Austin, I think of that guy. Like this, like
That guy, yeah.
got that presence, man. Folks, if you have not seen Bollywood movies, check them out. They just might change your life. And don't no, not I mean, Slumdog Millionaire is good, but anything by
Uh,
Shah Rukh Khan,
I wouldn't say Slumdog Millionaire is a Bollywood movie. I'd say that's a Hollywood movie for sure.
yeah. But anything Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Kajol, Aishwarya Rai, oh man, Hum De De Chuki Sanam. Whew. Yeah, definitely those movies, man. Rob is probably like, what are you guys talking about?
Well, we're gonna get you cultured, man. We're gonna culture
Yeah,
you a little
I
bit.
watch foreign movies, but they're usually, followed by kung fu kicks and karate chops and all that stuff. These are the foreign films I watch. But
Oh,
I've seen
oh,
Bollywood films, but
yeah.
I just haven't seen enough of them. I haven't seen enough of them to
Oh
know who's
man.
who.
The storytelling is phenomenal. So if you're really good into like theatrics and storytelling, Bollywood movies they fill all those boxes.
Yeah, man. Kahona Pyar here with Hrithik Roshan. Um I had that seat, that whole soundtrack, and I used to play that because I was the only one in my house that would watch Bollywood movies. And I would play that whole thing religiously, especially the one I think it's called Ekpal Jia. I would play that
Mhm.
song on repeat because that was my jam back in the day, man. Like real talk.
Iqbal Jia, A.R. Rahman, he's really good. He did a lot of music for Shah Rukh Khan movies. Definitely check out that music. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, man. Definitely man, you got I'm going back in a flashback now. But yeah, man. So yeah, so you guys got to actually debut on AW Dark. One time was where it was just the bodyguard facing off against Frankie Kazarian, and you were
Correct.
his tag team partner. How Kazarian got past him, I don't know. That must have been
We,
all
you know
experience.
what? We're again, we're just a year in. So Frankie, he's a seasoned veteran. Like he's gonna know how to take down big guys. He's gonna know how to take down a lot more opponents than we do. If you go back and watch that match, Austin completely obliterates him at one point with a sidewalk slam and gets a very close. Like I think he gets a two off of it. And I thought it was it. I thought he had him right then and there because it was like a feed out from the hard buckle corner, and Frankie just came out and Austin just scooped him up and picked him up so high and just boom, his whole body weight on him. But you know what? Frankie is a tough guy. So he got the better of us that day. But it was a good experience, and I got to be kind of in a managing role, which not a lot of people get to do on Dark. So I definitely stood out. And shout out to Taz, man. Taz put me over like crazy. Him and I have been good friends for a long time. He buys a lot of jewelry from me, but Taz is my guy.
Awesome. That's cool, man. So what was it like? So, but afterwards, you actually got to be a tag team as well on AW Dark. So, this is not this is no longer the student showcase too. You're pretty much in AEW competing in front of a crowd.
Well,
What
kind of. So it was a trios match, and it was me, Alex Chamberlain, and Dean Alexander versus the Gun Club, and it was in Miami, which was great because I was actually born in Miami, so I consider it kind of a hometown match, and it was in front of like 4,000 people at the James L. Knight Center, and it was a very very amazing experience. The only thing is, man, the Gun Club got the better of us, but It's only because I never got tagged in. If you go watch that match again, they never tagged me in. I'm definitely a difference maker. I come through in the clutch. So had I been tagged in, I think we would have had him. I think we would have. But the only time I came in was to break up a pin. I saw Alex Chamberlain needed some help, so I came in and just kicked Billy Gunn in the back. I was so excited. I threw up my hands. I was celebrating a little bit, and Billy got the better of me. He's also a seasoned vet, so he knows better than to just stand there and let me celebrate. But that right hand, man, rocked my jaw, and that's all she wrote after that.
Wow. So that match, were you like nervous, or were you like, something? I got training from some of the best. I got this, or was it like a mixture of both?
I'll tell you what, I don't really get nervous out there. It's not who I am. I kind of feed off energy, and I've always been that way. And being trained by Cody and QT and Glacier and some of the best coaches that are out in the world, definitely gives you a confidence boost. You know exactly what you're going to do, and you kind of have a strategy in your head going in. So right there, from the first lockup to everything, you know how to get an advantage. So it's I wouldn't say I was nervous at all. I was just very, very excited and happy. And especially being there in Miami, which I consider to be my hometown, it was an amazing feeling.
That's awesome, man. I definitely hope that you get more opportunities and so on with AEW, because to me, like, they're a breath of fresh air, man. And I'm not trying to clown any other promotions, but they're like a breath of fresh air, the breath of fresh air that we, the fans, needed. So I'm definitely, glad that
Totally
they
agree. Totally agree,
opportunity.
100%. Best. I think they're the best promotion in the world. I'm a little biased, but I do think they're the best promotion in the world. When you're backstage and you're around talent and people are smiling and happy and glowing, especially like it's great when you have a match. It's not so great when you don't have a match, but even when you don't have a match, you can see everybody's spirits are up, and they're enthusiastic and they're positive. And that's hard to do, man. Sometimes the world's pretty jaded, and it can get down on you, but the feeling backstage at AEW is like almost like a family. And there's a saying that says, "Don't meet your heroes." And I have a lot of heroes backstage at AEW, from Sting to Mark Henry to Paul White. There's a lot of people back there that are considered legends, Hall of Famers, legends, and I've met all of them, and I am so, so proud that I met all of them. Like, there's no regrets I have. They're all such wonderful people. They care. They actually care. So that's, like you said, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air being on this side of the fence too. So that should let you know everything you see out there, the energy you feel, what you perceive from the product is a genuine thing.
Yeah, and the great thing too is that they actually showcase so many people, that even people that aren't contracted to AEW, they get that chance of exposure and that morale booster to be like, hey, I've been doing this. Yeah, I'm not big time, but I was actually featured on AEW. I got that exposure, and you never know who's watching. That may be like, hey, who is that person on AEW? They're impressive. I want to book that person for my show. You know, so
I mean, it's because the guy running the show is a huge fan of wrestling. He's a huge fan of professional wrestling himself. He's also a student of the game. He watches everything. He's probably watched things that you wouldn't even expect him to watch, like little promotions here and there, things that are happening in your city that you think, oh, Tony Khan wouldn't watch this. He's watching. He's watching. He's looking for talent all the time. He's a fan as much as we are. And when you're around him and you see his energy and you see what it takes to run the show, it comes out, and you can see that that's the reason why we have people that come on AEW that aren't necessarily contracted talent, or it might be future contracted talent, but they get that their time to shine, and it's because Tony respects that. TK definitely he respects the game, and he loves it.
I like to say that I'm kind of like that. We're kind of like that too. Me, myself, myself, Kathy, and Rob, because we're always looking for people that, yeah, they might not be a big name, but still we want to hear their story and so on. Like we've had several people that only had like one match, and we're like, "Ah, come on down, man. We still want to hear your story, man. I mean, you put on a show for us in the ring, let's talk." We had a certain person from class three. I think he goes by the name. I think it's Sanson is his name.
Okay.
And we had a question. Sanson, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot, bro, but it's a good gesture that we're doing. So he was like, "Yeah, I want to be on your show," because we had like a whole like question of who do y'all want to see on season 3. He was like, "I want to be on," and then we put, "Don't worry, we're coming for your whole class 3." So, and we're still working on it. We've had several people from class 3. You know how we are, man. Class 2, class 1, we're coming for everybody. We even had all the referees and so on. We're like, "Who's that?" Like I was like, "Oh snap, that's who's that referee on there? Let me have him on." It was Paulie, and then
Shout out to Paulie.
yeah, hey Paulie, if you see this, man, congrats on your AEW Dynamite or AEW Dark debut, man. But yeah, we had.
I mean, he definitely didn't accept a bribe from me in my showcase match, but I think I'm wearing him down, man. I'll get him to maybe bend the rules a little bit one day. We'll see.
Yeah, and then we had after him I saw there was another guy, and I asked Paulie, I'm like, "Paulie, who's the other guy that was on the showcase?" And lo and behold, Luis Santiago. I'm like, "Hey, Luis, come on down. We want to hear your story too, man."
Yeah,
And come to find out, Luis has great taste in TV series because he likes Quantum Leap. Myself and Rob were huge Quantum Leap fans. So yeah, man, you never know, man. Just by talking to somebody, you never know, what stories get told, or you never know how you might make them feel, like just by that one gesture. We don't do this for clout. Like I keep saying, we don't do this for clout. We do this because we want to give everybody a chance to tell their story for the masses that are watching to know and so on. But yeah, so I just got one last question before I turn it over to Rob. So we're almost done with 1 month with January, but we still got 11 more months to go in the year. What can we expect to see from the Diamond Sheik?
Oh, that's a very good question. So far, if you are in Georgia and you happen to be in Jasper, Georgia on February 19th, we are doing a show with GPW. I will definitely be at that show, and I believe it is a tournament for the championship. So that's going to be a really good show. I would come check that out. You mentioned two guys earlier, TSF. A lot of people keep asking what TSF means. I happen to know what TSF means. I'm one of the few people. I think there's like maybe only a room full of people that know what TSF means, a very small room. Not like, not the size of like an event hall, but like more like the size of like a gas station bathroom stall, not even the room, but just the stall, that know what TSF means. And I can't tell you that, I'm sworn to secrecy, but you know what? We can just say that the TSF stands for the Sheik's Friends. So I'm definitely trying to get my boys and maybe manage them a little bit and go around some promotions with them. You mentioned Austin Green. We're definitely trying to do some things outside of Georgia, working with maybe a promotion called Naptown out in Indianapolis. So that's a promotion I'm really excited to work with. Definitely, it's a new promotion, but they've got a feel that's almost like if you ever played Def Jam Vendetta or Def Jam Fight for New York back in the day, and you like that kind of feel, it's more of that than wrestling. So definitely check that out. I might actually invest in their company. So let's see. I might run that thing like Vince McMahon. Who knows? But it's a whole new year. That's 11 months of things that I got to do and new things that I got to come up with, and new jewelry clients, new wrestling clients. It's exciting stuff.
That's awesome, man. Hey, that promotion you said was Naptown?
Naptown, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out, man. Because Def Jam, that was my game back in the day, man. Woo!
Me too, man. That's Jacob the Jeweler, iconic character in the game, and you can always go and get laced up from Jacob before you go into your next fight, which is crazy because I do not recommend you wear jewelry during fights. you could definitely use it during fights, but don't wear it during fights. Doesn't make any sense.
Wow, I'm definitely gonna check out that promotion, man. You got me interested now, man. Because Def Jab and them back in the day, man, used to do all them and the finishing moves. It was man,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna check that out, man. That was my game back in the day. Woo,
As long as it
man.
wasn't Def Jam Icon. That was woo.
It was bad or good. I never played Icon after
Yeah, the
Vendetta
third
and
one,
stuff.
nah. You can skip that
No,
one.
was D Mob
Yeah.
in the third one? Was it still D Mob?
I can't remember. I don't think so.
Okay, that's why I see.
I think it might have been Snoop. I know one of them had Snoop as the bad guy. I can't remember. It's
Well,
been so long. It's been
it's
it's been over a
crazy
decade.
because the
Yeah, it's
first
been
two
over a
games,
decade, man. I can't remember. But yeah, Snoop
it's
was the bad guy in one of them. I remember. It might have been that one.
okay. Yeah, I know. In the first one, it's kind of like you work with D Mob to like go against a rival gang, and then I think in the second one, you kind of like turn on him, and then he becomes the bad guy, and something happens. I don't know. But I got to, you know what? I got to bust out the PS2 and play these games again.
Yeah, that's right. I remember hearing a story about Ghostface. He was like, man, he told developers like, yo, I want my eagle chain to come alive and start clawing people's eyes out. And they're like, yo, we didn't have enough technology to do it. And he's like, 2 years later after the thing, they saw him at a thing, and he just looked at him, and was like, hey, where the F was my eagle, man? And they're like, oh, my bad.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like a part 4, but I'm scared, man, because I'm like I don't know what they would do with it.
If they can get the same developmental team and production team, I would say that they probably could do a part 4. But if they're gonna source it out and just it'll lose its flavor and its charm, I don't think I'm for that. So
Yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob because I know Rob has some questions. Oh, speaking of fighting games, what are your thoughts? I'm sorry, Rob. I didn't mean to do this, but
No, you good.
and I gotta ask you, what are your thoughts on the wrestling code? I don't know if you've heard of it. They were actually, you may have seen them. They were actually at the Nightmare Factory doing work for DDP. Shout out to Caleb Kennedy and Parker Lee for getting that opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on the concept and how they're going about with this wrestling game? It's actually the first ever independent wrestling game with wrestlers that are not signed to any companies. They're just out there, doing the damn thing and making it happen.
So beyond what happened, I guess it was this past weekend. I hadn't really heard of them, but I guess they had made a splash because, like you said, they worked with DDP. They're doing a lot of motion capture stuff. We were just told not to go to the facility this weekend, so I guess that's what they were doing. And the only thing I heard beyond that is that they wanted to feature Kid Bandit, who was, I think, in class 4, maybe, or class 3. 3. Okay. Class 3. So I know that it wanted to feature Kid Bandit, and I love that guy. He is absolutely one of my favorite wrestlers. Great spirit, and he's amazing in the ring. If you guys want to check him out, his first dark match was against Fuego and Fuego 2, and he teamed up with Dean Alexander. It was a great match. I was there in person for that match. So I think that was actually that was the same night I came up with the concept for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. That might have been that same event. So all I heard is that they wanted to feature him, and that just puts them in my book as great, for the industry and great for what they're doing. But I'm really excited to check it out.
Speaking of diamonds, what is up with that sweet OMG Diamond Championship, man? That thing, oh man, woo! Hey Rob, take a close look at this thing, man.
I was gonna ask about that thing too, man.
I think maybe it's around here somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Before I end up taking Rob's questions, Rob, go ahead, man. Take the floor, bro.
That's right. So speaking of that, you got the belt out right now, man. Yeah, does anybody dare to challenge you for it or whatever yet? And if so, man, when's the next challenge, man?
Listen, man, nobody's worthy yet of this belt. You can see we've got like a 57 karat diamond right here. So
yeah,
when I find a worthy opponent, they could challenge me for it. But You know, until then, it's just gonna stay around me. Um, I don't think that anybody else is worth this belt, if that makes any sense.
I got you.
If you want to, do you want to know how much it's worth?
Oh no, yeah, you can tell me. You can tell me if you want.
Like a number, right?
Yeah.
So the best way I can get you to grasp the number is think of the highest number possible in your head. Okay. Multiply that by 52
Mm,
and then add that number back to it. And
mm.
that's close to what it's worth.
Whew. Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
still a little bit.
I can't even grasp that.
It's unfathomable. That's what it is.
Now, speaking of all those diamonds and stuff, I did. You were talking about MJF's ring and how hard it is, hitting somebody with that. It just
Oh
a
wow.
question popped in my head, man. Wolverine. Would you rather take a headbutt from Wolverine or a slash from his claws? You know what I mean? You take a slash from
Ooh.
his claws, it's real sharp. Hey, you might live, but a headbutt,
His
you
skull's
might
made
be
out of
drooling the rest of your
adamantium.
life.
His skull's made out of
Yeah.
adamantium. So depending on where you take the headbutt, like if it's head to head, you may, yeah, it might be the end of it right there. So um, I'm gonna go with the slashes, man. Got to go with the
Yeah,
slashes.
yeah. I have to do that too.
Maybe
I
able
have
to
to do
evade
that too,
those
man.
a little bit. Come out with
That's
minimal
right.
damage.
So, man, going to AEW Dark, man, wrestling for there, man. Is that like, going there, is it like an all day thing? You're there, from like morning to night, wrestling, people were there, in and out, catering, all that stuff.
100%. If you are not into being a professional, then go stay on the indies. Don't even try to come to a promotion that's televised because it is a whole different beast. Um, when you're backstage and sign talent is present, it's to me at least these are obviously like they're not written rules, but they're it's like a code of conduct and a code of ethics backstage where I don't even sit down if there's signed talent around and there's open seats. Don't take them
Hmm.
because those guys have
Hmm.
earned it. It belongs to those
Hmm.
guys. It's a big respect thing backstage. So it is all day. It's tiring and it's very fulfilling at the same time, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because I don't mean to name drop or whatever, but I was chatting with the Renegade Twins about it one time. They were telling me about it, and they're like, yeah, yeah, they're like, we taped this, and I was like, oh, all right. And I remember it takes a while for the matches to come out, because I think it was like 3 weeks later. I was like, there's the match they were telling me about. Okay, finally it came
Yep.
on, and I was like, all right, here we go. So
Sometimes it
yeah, they
does,
had to keep,
man. Sometimes it does. And then we've been shooting, like I said, at Universal Studios all day long. We'll shoot matches. So those matches will release over the course of the month, but they also have their live tapings and they'll do some dark matches on those. So sometimes those will come out like in between the Universal tapings. So sometimes you really have to pay attention to the venue to know if they're doing it at the Universal tapings or if they're doing it at a live, loop whenever whatever city they're in. So that's yeah, sometimes it takes a while for the match to come out. I think me and Austin, we did our match against Frankie, and that took like almost a month to come out. It came out, I think, maybe in July, like near my birthday or like after my birthday, but we recorded it, I think maybe it was taped in like June or March, or sorry, May or June. So yeah, sometimes these things take a while to come out.
So they're mostly taped there in Florida. Like they don't usually tape them like if they're say they're coming up here to Philly or Baltimore or
No,
something.
they will.
They're
They'll
usually
they'll
down in
tape some.
Florida.
They'll tape
Oh,
some
they still
matches.
are they?
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like they'll cut into the Florida matches will be coming out, and then like say they're in Philly, they'll do some dark matches, so they'll come out with those in between. So the Florida matches will get kind of delayed, and then some matches get cut too. That's the business we're in. So
Hmm.
unfortunately,
Yeah, because I know there are AEWs around my area this week, man. I was gonna try and go there, man, but some stuff happened. I'm not able to go. But next time they come, I'm definitely trying to go because yeah, I need to get into an AEW show. Everybody tells me, that atmosphere is just, you love it. I mean, it's just, everybody's hype. Just
100%. Yeah,
and I miss
best
that.
fans in the
Yeah,
world. Best fans in the world, 100% hands down.
that's right. Yeah, I miss that, man, because I'll go to WWE and I'm just like, whatever. I need to go to AEW. I need to go see these guys and gals tear it up. So doing your training down there, man. Everybody's talking about this guy, man. I don't know if you might have heard of him, man. Taz's son, Hook. You know what I mean? Everybody's talking about Hook. You know what I mean? So I've heard about him training down there and stuff, man. I'm like, yo, Hook is the man. He's doing this thing. I mean, and you have firsthand knowledge probably of seeing him train and stuff. How far is this guy gonna go? Is he like next gonna be up there like Cena and all that, man? He does this thing in the ring, man.
Listen, I told you guys this earlier. Taz is a close personal friend of mine. Shot with me for a long time. So me and Hook have known each other for a long time. And Hook is one of my close personal friends. Love the guy. He's just a little bit young, but so far he's kept everything in check, and he's come out and got the job done, and he's doing his thing. And let's just say, from what I've seen him train, we haven't even seen his whole bag of tricks yet. So there's a lot more coming, and the way that his presence and his demeanor, he seems way older than he actually is, and that's a good thing in this business because everybody knows one little mess up, and that's going to cost you. That's when you get that first loss, and you have to taste defeat, and you try to claw back up to the top, and desperation hits. So but he's doing his thing, man. Cool, calm, collected. Send Hook.
That's right. Yeah, something's send Hook. Yeah, he come out there, hit you with it's called a Tazplex, but I don't know what he calls it, man. A hookplex or something, then catch you with the murder, aka the Kata Hajime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Woo! Man, woo.
Oh,
Man.
I was there in Greensboro when he did it to Bear Bronson, and
Ooh.
that was it. It looked gnarly. Yeah, we were just like, ooh, like you could just hear the whole backstage just go, ooh, all of us just, yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Man,
I was
hey, next time AEW comes around here, I gotta be like, hey, can I work security? I gotta get up. I need to work security or something, man. Let me that backstage dude, man, something. Man, see Hulk out there, man. I just want to be like, oh man, woo.
Well, Hook and we're working on a little custom piece for him right now. So hopefully,
Okay,
that'll be soon, and you could see, a little nice little chain we got going on, and something that him and I spoke about, and it's an idea right now, but hopefully it'll be a reality soon.
that's awesome, man. Now another guy that's down there, I heard he's coaching and helping y'all out, man. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time as a kid, the Cat, Ernest Miller. You know what I mean? 3-time world karate champ. You know what I mean? So, man, what's it like learning with him, man? And who's got the faster kicks, him or Glacier, man? Because they're both, woo. But
So
Ernest Miller is 3-time world karate champ, though.
I was trained by Glacier, so it's hard for me to compare the two because, man, when you get into the ring and you got a bump and you don't know how to, Glacier will definitely help out with his little leg sweeps. He'll definitely help you take a bump. So
Yeah.
Glacier's leg sweeps are no joke. Even at his age right now, he's still got it. He can go. And it's funny you mentioned the Cat because I started smiling right when you said it. He calls me every week and he's helping me better myself, and he's taking an interest in me personally because he thinks I have a lot of potential. And me and the Cat are really close. So usually he shows up at training once a week, and me and him get together, and he helps me kind of like shoot around ideas and stuff, and like play around in the ring, from just talking on the mic, because he was one of the best talkers, I think, for like what they gave him and his persona, and just like how he came out and turned himself up to 11 and just was on the mic and giving attitude and spitting it, and he was just not taking trash from people. And I don't know if you know this, but he's really a martial artist. Like he teaches martial arts, and he's got a whole karate like almost like a tournament style. Like it's almost like MMA for karate. Um but it's yeah, I love the Cat, man. It's hard to compare him and Glacier, man. I got respect for both of those guys.
Yeah, the Cat, I love his mic work, man. Yeah, because I was watching him yesterday. Matter of fact, because my papa passed away, I need to get in a better mood, and I was listening to promos and stuff. And the Cat, yeah, and get on there. Somebody better call my mama. And he's like,
Somebody
"Oh,
call
you
my
pieces
mama.
of garbage, you fat bitch." I'm just laughing. I'm like, yeah, the Cat, man, they should have made him like world champ or something, man. I don't know what WWE did when he went over there. Like, yeah, oh my god, man, the Cat
He
was the man. Yeah, you
you
can't
know
go
he
wrong, man. That guy on the mic, oh, I just loved it.
he's in high demand, man. People, I mean, I think people still want him. Like promotions still reach out to him, and they're like, you'd be a great coach. You'd be a great person to have backstage and teach, these youngsters some old school stuff. But he's doing his thing and he's happy. And there's a few of us that he does train and he helps out. There's a gentleman by the name of Casey Rocker. He was part of Class
Mhm.
One, Cat's worked with him on his move set and everything, and Casey throws some wicked kicks now, and those are thanks to Cat. So it's crazy. Like he'll come down and help us, and it's such a humbling thing to see him do that because he doesn't have to do that. He's got it made in the shade. He's fine, but he's got a passion, and it shows.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So speaking of, Austin Green, he has an MMA match coming up. I can't remember what it is. Is it next month, the end of this month, or next
March
month or something?
March 5th,
March.
because and I know that really well because it is actually my daughter's birthday, so I can't
Mm,
go and support him. So it's kind of he told me today it
okay.
was March 5th, and I was like, and it's in Atlanta. So I'm like, let me see what I can do for you, but it's my princess's birthday, so I got daddy
Yeah.
duties.
Yeah, I was going to ask, man, are you going to be there, support him, maybe backstage, helping him out, come out to the ring with him or cage with him. But yeah, if it's your daughter's
I
birthday,
want
yeah, I
I want
understand.
to, but I've got priorities, man, and I definitely want to be more present for my kids. I don't want to miss a birthday. So,
Oh,
but
yeah, I don't blame you.
if the opportunity presents itself, then yeah, of course I'll go and be in his corner 100%. He's already so Lux already sponsors him. He's a Lux sponsored athlete. So we already do what we can as far as like sponsoring him and making sure that he's straight monetarily and he's able to go and do his thing. And we're proud of our athletes. I was in the chat earlier when you guys were talking to Marcello, and I'm actually sponsoring the Renegade Twins and Cat Spencer at CCW as well. So they're also Lux sponsored athletes. Um, and we just try to help each other out, and do what we can. We all train at the same place, so it's like, we're all neighbors and friends and brothers and sisters.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's three gals right there, man. If you're gonna sponsor somebody, yeah, they go out there and tear it up. You know what I mean? They
Oh,
ain't no joke when
100%.
it comes to the ring.
100%. You should
They
see
do
them
their
in
thing.
training, man. It's no joke. You don't want to get
Woo.
in the ring with any of those guys. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always like, yeah, they're like, Rob, you need to ref our match. You know what I mean? Why ain't you refing our match? And then I'm like, look, first off, if I ref your match, you know what I mean? You all better win because I don't want Mama Renegade coming up here. You know what I mean? Tearing me up because she's come up from Georgia and Delaware before to meet me and stuff, man. Yeah, and she gonna come put a foot up my butt. Yeah, no.
You
Yeah,
don't play no
I'm good.
games. Mama Renegade don't play no games.
Yeah, no, she don't. No, she don't. And she had Papa Renegade there for backup, man. I'm like, no, man.
It's a whole tough family, man. I'm telling you, it's a tough family.
And then Kat Spencer, yeah, yeah, she's real good. She's on her way to big things too, man.
Oh,
So my mom and
100%,
dad,
man.
or my dad and sister came to the last show. She come out there and they're like, "Who was that, man? She out there like she's a cleanup hitter right there, man. You scuffle some things up. You send her in there, go clean things up, man." And I was like, "Yeah, that's right. That's Kat Spencer. You know what I mean? Can't mess
Yeah,
with
man.
her."
That's our ringer, man. And she's her and I are trying to do a podcast this year together about
Okay.
we both are really, really big auto enthusiasts. So something about like maybe exotic cars or vintage cars, or we both like imports. So maybe like a car podcast type thing. Her and I are working on it right now, spitballing some ideas. So it might be like a vlog slash podcast type thing. So if you guys are into cars, let us know and we'll have you guys on.
Yeah, I like cars, man, but I don't know much about them. I can just like change brakes, oil, basic stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like watching those auctions, man. When like the cars come up for the auction, you know what I mean? I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
like they had a McLaren on the other day, man. 3.5 million. I was like, woo, man. You know what I mean? Oh, there we go, man. And the thing was all yellow too, so I was like, man, that thing done gone bananas. I don't know if I got a bright yellow like that, man. 3.5 million. Nah. Plus that
Yeah.
thing, you can't even really drive it, man. I want to drive my car, man. You got that, it just sits there, I want to drive it.
Well,
Get a phantom,
the
I mean, I can just pin around.
the last time I was around a car that was that expensive, it was the Bugatti Chiron in Vincenzo, Italy. I went there for a to actually source and buy gold, and manufacture gold. And dude had a Bugatti, and I put it on my story and everything, and everybody's like, "How much is that worth? How much is that worth?" Yeah, it's worth like almost 3 to 4 million US. So
Yeah, and you gotta be a certain size to fit in like cars like that, man. You gotta be like, a skinny person, I mean, you gotta be somewhat small, like a horse jockey or something. Some of them
no,
cars,
man, it's a
man. It's like,
mindset thing. It's a mindset thing, Rob. I belong
oh,
in
it
cars
is.
like that, so I fit into them. It's a whole mindset thing. You
Okay.
may not belong in cars like that, so it might be
Yeah.
hard for you to get in and get out and figure out the controls and all that. But I belong in stuff like that, so it's easy for me.
That's good. Yeah, yeah, because that's true, man. Because I'm used to doing horse and buggies and stuff, man. All I gotta do is, horse go left, horse go right. You know what I mean? And they use the bathroom on the road, so I'm good to go. So.
Hey man, just don't get dysentery out there on the Oregon Trail, okay?
Oh man, that thing got me all the time, man. You know what I mean? Once in a while I beat it, but that friggin'
Dysentery,
black and
bro.
white screen. No, green and black. It was green and black,
Dysentery is
man.
the ultimate heal of our childhoods. If you played Oregon
Hmm.
Trail, that's right.
Yep. And computers weren't even available like that, so they would wheel it to a class. We'd have it for 3 days, and then wheel it to the next class. You know what I mean? So they could play. You did that
Yeah,
all year.
we didn't have that problem in Dubai, so
Mm, that's what's up. Yeah, man. Yeah, we were poor at my school, man. We were writing stuff. We were still writing stuff, and chisels on chisel on rocks and stuff, man. That's how we were doing things, man. It was like, oh
you must have
man.
some pretty good like arm strength from that then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? My wrist strength, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got, yeah, I can chisel some stuff out. Man, give me an etch a sketch, man. Woo! I'll design some stuff on there.
Killing the Etch a Sketch game.
That's right. That's right. So I gotta ask, man, what are some new movies and TV shows you're watching right now? Because I always get stuck watching the same stuff, man. Like, there's some new stuff I'm trying to, like, I'm waiting on The Boys for, on Amazon Prime season 3. But, other than that, I mean, like, what are you watching right now? Is there anything you're looking
So
forward to?
man, it's I think the last year when I started my pro wrestling journey, it's been kind of difficult for me to sit and watch things because I just stay so busy. But what I like to do, it's like a weird thing, but like movies that were like great, but maybe you necessarily haven't watched them. I like to do stuff like that with TV shows as well. So like everybody would be like, "Oh, Curb Your Enthusiasm, such a good show," and I'm like, "Oh, it's an old show. I've never watched it before." So I'll start something like that. And I'm actually in the middle of I think season 8 right now of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I started it like 2 months ago, but like whenever I'm traveling on a plane or whatever, I'll like download an episode and just watch it and pass the time with something like that. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of shows that I haven't watched that aren't necessarily new, but just like new to me. So
Yeah.
if people talk highly about them, I like to go check them out. One newer show I did watch was Invincible, and that
Ooh.
was yeah. If you haven't seen it, and yeah, just go watch that show. That show is next level.
Yeah, you're talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm. I haven't seen it all either, man. I started watching it recently, and yeah, Larry, that dude, man, he's like, man, the biggest a-hole, man. That guy, I'm
Dude,
just like, oh my God. His
it's funny
situations, I'm like, oh,
if you watch it and you just think about like really good heel work in wrestling, it's like almost a book on that. So,
mm-hmm,
because he puts himself in these situations where it's like you could avoid it by just not being a butthole, but
yeah,
he can't help it. So it's
mm-hmm,
kind of like it's really good to kind of watch it and be like, man, this guy's like the ultimate heel. He's like an ultra heel, and you could just pick up from it and learn from it. But it is, I would say, like if you're younger, you probably won't like the show because when you start watching it, it starts like in the I want to say late 90s. So like the technology and everything is just not,
mm-hmm.
you're not used to it. Like I think he could have avoided a lot of situations in like the first 3 seasons if he had a cell phone, but he didn't.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like fun to watch for me because I remember a time before cell phones. But
mm-hmm.
it might be hard for the younger audiences to watch it. But if you're in your 30s, you want a show, Curb is a good one.
Yeah. I remember a time when pagers were a thing, you know what I mean? I mean, before cell phones, man, everybody had pagers, you know what I mean? It was like, hey, man, I
Yep.
got to run to the payphone, hey, man, you page me? All right.
Page me on the Nextel beeper. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you had the codes, man. 911's like, yeah, you gotta call me immediately and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, man. I remember that.
I
Oh,
had a pager in
pages.
middle school, and I still don't know why, because I was a middle school student. Nobody needed to reach me at all.
Yeah,
Trust me. But I had a pager.
yeah. I remember a friend of mine had one, man. It was like, man, all our friends, were at school and stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody we talk to, we see every day at school, man. So
Right. Nobody's trying to reach you on your pager. Like, come on, kid.
yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's great, man. Back in the days. Oh man, it's awesome. But yeah. Before I pass it on back to Remy, man, I want to say, thank you very much, for coming on and chatting with us, man. It's always great having you on. Uh, and your next show is February 19th, right?
Correct. Yeah, February 19th, Jasper, Georgia, GPW. You'll if you go on my Instagram, I'll be posting it, so you'll be able to see the flyer. It's got all the info on there.
That's right. And I wish you nothing but the best there, man. I wish you nothing but positive things for you, your family, I hope your business blows up, goes worldwide. You know what I mean? You're making diamonds for everybody around the world. Yeah, I hope you start winning belts all over the country and all that, man.
Thank you, Rob. But the only belt I need is right here. This is the only one. So,
There you go.
but I appreciate the wishes, the well wishes. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Hey, no problem, man.
Isn't that right, Remy?
Yeah, man. Hey, that baby looks sweet on your shoulder, man. Real talk.
It's where it belongs. It's at home right here, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, wow, Italy, man. Oh geez, that must have been a an experience, man. Like I heard nothing but great things. I actually got a friend
Man,
in Milan. Hopefully
it's,
I get to check it out one
I'll tell
day.
you something. I was in a small town called Vincenzo. Okay, it's between Venice and Verona, and they do not like non-Italians. Okay, so there was a bit of a, you know, kind of a watch your step kind of attitude around there, but you know, the Sheik is the Sheik, and the Sheik is internationally respected. So it was smooth sailing. I was there for like 5 days, did my business, went in, went out, and you know, that was it. If I had Mrs. Sheik with me, I would have stayed longer, but you know, I was strictly there for business. Went there, did my thing, got out.
Yeah, if you, yeah, definitely. I'm pretty much convinced if Miss Chic was there, because I heard that Italy is like the fashion capital of the world. So, and I guess we can all here agree that most women like fashion. So, yeah, kind of like me in Japan. Like me in Japan, I could stay in Tokyo and Osaka like for like months on end because there's so much fun, so much gaming, you know, anime and all that stuff too. So yeah, I lose my mind over there, man. By the way, if you ever get to go to Japan, that's gonna be another experience. Tokyo is
We
fun.
We definitely want to go to Japan. Definitely. We went to South Korea in 2012, and that was, you know, Mrs. Sheik is actually South Korean. So
Okay.
she had family over there, and we felt at home, and we were there for like, I want to say almost a month, but we never stayed in the same city, traveled around the whole country, and we had a great time. So yeah, I think Tokyo would be a great place for us to visit.
Yeah, Tokyo was nice. It was a bit pricey, but Osaka was even more fun, less pricey. Yeah, I had great fun. I'm trying to go back real soon. 'Cause I got a couple of friends over there. So, but I heard South Korea is nice too. There's Seoul, but I also heard that the place you really want to be to party is Busan. So who
We did
knows?
go to
Maybe I'll
Busan.
trip over there too.
We went to Busan and went to one of the karaoke places right by the beach. So like, you know, it's nighttime doing karaoke, look out the window, got the whole beach, Haeundae Beach right there, and it was beautiful, beautiful. We had a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. But yeah, but I gotta say, man, hey, it's been a pleasure having you back on the show. You're definitely one of our favorite guests,
Thank
and
you, thank you.
we're always, you know, proud of your achievements and whatnot. Every time we see you doing something like, yes, she done it again. Keep on going, brother. You know what I'm saying? You got your support here at Ringside Society, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Thank you so much.
you know,
Yeah,
like Rob said, man, like I guess I'll speak for Kathy too. Even though normally she adds her own 2 cents, we just gotta say, man, hey, all the best. You know, wish say nothing but positive vibes. Hopefully, we can get the Bulletproof Diamonds back on here for a tag team interview real soon. You know, maybe a couple months down the road and whatnot. Y'all definitely probably gonna be champions by the time we have y'all back on. So
hopefully,
hopefully
man.
have you
Hopefully.
guys there with the belts or so on. Hey Rob, again, bro, talk to Sean Hardy and Sean Carlson, man. Get these guys up there, man. They say they like money. Hey, you got 2 tag teams here, man. Come on, one CW. You got the connections, bro.
Hey man, we could definitely do a Nightmare Factory invasion. So just let us know. We're ready to come and take over any promotion that you know needs to be taken over.
There you go. Yeah, but with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this down. So Diamond Sheik, where can fans, find you on social media when they want to find out where your next promotion, where your next appearances,
You
or
can
if
find me. You can find me on Instagram at Diamond Chic or on Twitter at the Diamond Chic. And you know, if anybody out there wants to book me, it's bookthechic at gmail.com.
Awesome. And I'm gonna also add one more thing. Again, I'm gonna harp on it like it is. If you're looking for to get that platinum status, you know what I'm saying? That diamond drip, that golden swag. I don't even know what it is. I can't find a catchy name for sterling silver. I don't even know if you guys do sterling silver. But if you want any of those three things that I just mentioned, hit up Lux Jewelers. It's this guy's company. They actually did the dynamite diamond ring for MJF. They'll make you look good. You gotta pay for it, but they're gonna make you. They're gonna give you your money's worth. So
100%.
yeah, definitely one. I've seen their stuff too, and plus all their stuff is real and authentic. They test it, so you're not getting any, any fake or cheap stuff. It's legit stuff.
Listen, we work with champions. That's how we do it.
There you go. Y'all saw it right here. But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this
My
down.
girls, my girls, right there. Your
Awesome.
CCW Mission Pro champions. Yeah, the
I
Renegade
still,
Twins.
I still want somebody to book that Rain the Stallion Rivers versus Jade Cargill.
That
Or if they,
that that would be that would be a match right there for sure.
if they become a tag team, woo, jeez.
Oh,
Sorry
they'd
for
be
those.
unstoppable. Yeah, that's a dangerous tag team.
Yeah. But with that being said, we're gonna shut it down. Hey yo, Rob Bass, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling? Find out when your next appearance is. Purchase Rob Bass merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
All right, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, Rob_Base82, and then Facebook, YouTube, Rob Base.
And if y'all throwing some tacos, he'll give y'all the Nick Patrick special where he does 1, 2, and then holds his back like he has any problems or whatnot. So yeah.
That's
Snap,
right.
y'all saw it right there. Y'all thought
Mm-hmm.
y'all those y'all that think I was capping about what I said about him being the guy behind the dynamite diamond ring. You saw it right there on his phone. That's no cap. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's all the Diamond Sheik and Lux Jewelers right there.
That's right.
Snap. That's what's up.
That's right. That's right. We're on point. Always on point.
If y'all want to find, and for those y'all that want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool to say, but who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and hear me say something interesting and whatnot. You can find me on Twitter at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue, and you can also find our podcast on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Society. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We also have a Facebook group. If you guess the name is Ringside Society, you guessed it correctly, but we don't have anything to give away yet. That's going to be next month. And we also have a Teespring store where we have shirts, tank tops, coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage, hoodies, long sleeve shirts. We have several designs. Check us out. All proceeds go back to keeping this show afloat. And we're also on Spotify. We also have a YouTube channel. That's where we're actually streaming this episode as well. So go ahead once you go to YouTube and type in Ringside Sighting Suite that and you see that sweet OMG dark blue and light blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it. That's when you know it's us. So go ahead and subscribe to all our videos, and also check out our other videos too as well. Like this one, of course, like the episode that we have with Diamond Sheik. We just had Marcello from CCW, and that was his first podcast interview in a long time. So check that out. We also have Katie Hebner. That's right, Earl Hebner, legendary referee Earl Hebner's daughter. Her first ever podcast interview was with us. Check that out as
Ah,
well.
I did not know that. I love Katie. Again, Nightmare Factory. One of the sisters at the Nightmare Factory. So big up to
Yeah,
Katie.
we enjoy interviewing y'all, man. Like I said, we class 3 and class 4, they're on our radar. And we also had TSF and also Insidious Sid Mar's first ever interview, and also Kid Bandit, Isaiah, Ishmael Vaughn, Lola
Ishmael.
Electra, collectively known as the Highlights. Yeah, man, we y'all definitely check us out. You won't be bored. We got a lot of interesting people. We've had a lot of interesting people on our show, and we also still have our Blog Talk Radio show, and that's pretty much it. But with that being said, We just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight live. We really and truly appreciate it. To those of y'all that are going to listen to us later on, thank you very much in advance. And to those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away, well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bates at the Taco Festival, we ain't going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They
And we
hate
ain't
us
stuck.
'cause they hate us. I love that. That's right. You got haters, you're doing something right. Remember that, fellas.
Definitely.
Let me
With that,
throw a plug out there real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, but if you guys are looking for a really, really good promotion that's just started up in Atlanta, it's called Terminus. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but
I've
Lux
heard of
Jewelers,
that.
you heard of it?
John
Okay, good.
Grisham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we've got some AEW guys on there, and Lux Jewelers is one of the main partners in sponsoring that. So check that out. I think they're also going to be in February as well, doing a show in Atlanta, and they have some really, really good wrestling from the Krog Center, which is like a legendary venue in Atlanta.
Awesome. So for those of y'all in Georgia, you heard it. Check out Terminus. I've seen the poster. It's very interesting. I wish I could be in Georgia, but I got to deal with some business up in New York. But one day I'm going to definitely get down there and check out Georgia wrestling as well, too, because they're pretty much popping off right now. And I like what I see, and I see what I like. But with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we here are very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. Or not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for the CEO of Lux Jewelers, one half of the Bulletproof Diamonds Nightmare Factory Class 2 graduate, the flawless one, the Diamond Sheik.
Woo!
What type of
That's right.
podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And you know something? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling nice tonight. Normally, I don't really give away who we're going to have up next. But tomorrow we will be back with Nightmare Factory Class 4 graduate. Diamond Sheik, you've probably seen her around before. We'll be having the lovely Giselle Azure on our show tomorrow.
Hey, happy birthday, Giselle. Today's her birthday, so
Happy birthday, Giselle. All the best to you. We're going to get you on the show tomorrow. But until then, for those y'all out there, we just want y'all to do 4 favors for us. That's right. 4. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
oh.